gave us this or that. Mother Nature did. Mother Nature wanted. Mother Nature... yeah, we're talking about something that's not living, doesn't have knowledge, doesn't have power, and doesn't have will. If you say that the so-called Mother Nature qualifies as a creator, prove that. And this point is very impossible. This point is impossible. Now it's 5 to 6, so I would like to take a break now, just to prepare us for... is it okay now?
Yeah, of course. I mean...
or shall we take it a bit later?
We can take it on 5 minutes, because we have someone... I mean, the prayer is about like 6:15.
6:15.
Yeah, so we shall go like some past or something, so we can prepare ourselves. What?
Inshallah.
Inshallah? Okay.
So, in order to answer the first question, can we think about the existence of the Creator? Yes, we can think, because we don't have to have the Creator himself within the realm of our senses. It's enough with having his traces, his manufacture, his creation. We think about it as we thought about the chair, and we concluded that who made this chair? He is very clever. Or he is an idiot. He can't make chairs, he has to search for another job. So you conclude something about the someone who made this chair. And in parallel with that, we can conclude something about the Creator. Maybe you would be asked by an atheist, well, okay, if I agree with you that you can conclude something about the Creator by referring to his creation as the manufacturer of this chair, but can you tell me everything about this Creator? How he looks like? Where he is? I don't have to. It's very easy. It's like with the manufacturer of this chair. I don't know if it's a person or if it's a machine. But that doesn't mean that this chair created itself, or it was forced into being by a coincidence or by accident. So we don't have to know everything about the Creator. It's enough that we know that the Creator exists, as with the manufacturer. It's enough to know that the Creator is living, as with the manufacturer, because if the Creator lacks life, then he wouldn't create anything. And the same goes for knowledge, will, and power. So, yes, what are the arguments, or what are the proofs for the existence of the Creator? Before discussing this, the proofs and the evidence, I would like to say something just in short before we go to prayer about the atheist way of thinking and the atheist reaction of the believing, the act of believing. Many times they attack us on the basis of our own weakness. I have with me the book of Dawkins, Richard Dawkins, one of the most renowned atheists in the world, the Oxford professor, I think. And in his book of 450 pages, he discusses the proofs for the existence of God, and this covers about 50 pages or 400, and the evidence against the existence of God, and this takes about 70 pages. So in total, it's about 120 pages or 450 pages or something. The rest of the book talks about Darwinism, emotions, the religious phenomena, and so on. And I got disappointed when I read the book, to be honest. I thought that atheists would be more intellectual than this level that I saw in this book. And unfortunately, atheists, when they talk about the existence of God, they act as irrationally, as emotionally as some of the theists, of the believers. They would say, if you believe in a God who is powerful and almighty and all that, and this God doesn't stop crises, conflicts, killings, and other atrocities, other crimes that occur on this earth, that means that God doesn't exist. And this is as intellectual and as smart as saying that since there are crimes committed here in Stockholm, we can conclude the fact that there are no police officers. What's the connection? What's the intimate and conclusive connection between the atrocities, the existence of atrocities, and the denial of the existence of God? They would say, for instance, another thing, they would say that since we don't have to have God in our lives, that proves that He is not, that He doesn't exist. Some of them would think that straight away. They would say that we don't have to have God, we can explain things in a scientific way. So, no need for God. That means He doesn't exist. And I don't wish to have Bush in my life. I don't wish that he was even born into existence, and yet Bush is a reality. Just because this person or this phenomena or this thing is not necessary, that doesn't mean that this is not existing. It exists, whether you wish or not. And so on. So we see many times that they react. I can recall a time when I was taking the commuter from Slussen to Fisksätra, and there was a lady, Kurdish, from Persia, and she said to me, where was God when my husband was executed in Iran? And why couldn't she ask herself where were God when she and her husband were living happily in Iran? Did he vanish with her husband when he was executed? If a bad thing happens to you, if your uncle or father or daughter or whatever dies, doesn't that mean that the Creator dies with this person? This is not thinking, this is not being intellectual, but it's being emotionally provocative in the negative direction. And here I take a break, inshallah, just to prepare for Salat al-Maghrib, and we continue, inshallah, after Salah.